in this short tutorial, we'll be studying the basics of cloud computing using Amazon Web Services. Before studying the cloud computing, let us focus some of the problems faced before cloud computing. Suppose if you get an idea to host an e-commerce website such as Amazon.com or Flipkart.com. So how should we do that? So we would be requiring the following things. First thing is you should buy a lot of servers or a stack of servers because you need something on which you want to host your application or website. The hardware and the software required for your application are provided by these servers. Now, every website or an application has a peak traffic. So keeping this peak traffic in mind, we should buy some more servers so that your application doesn't face any of the downtime. Now, since all these infrastructures are located in your physical office, it's your primary responsibility to maintain and monitor these servers. If you encounter any problem in these servers, you have to immediately take the corrective measures so that your application doesn't face any of the downtime. Since this model of implementation suffers from various disadvantages, so let's focus on these disadvantages. First of all, the setup is very expensive since you are buying lot of hardwares or servers. And guys, servers are not cheap. They are very expensive. Since you are buying the hardwares or the servers, you need physical infrastructure to accommodate these hardwares. Secondly, since you have to troubleshoot the problems, they usually conflict with the business goals because your aim should be making the app better, right? But if you are also thinking about whether the application is facing or not any downtime and whether your hardware and software configuration are up to date or not, then you are not investing that much time on your application development. Okay, and thirdly, since your traffic is varying, your servers will be idle most of the time. What this basically means is you bought minimum number of servers keeping the peak time in mind. Now what about time when peak time is gone, right? So let's take an example. Say suppose your peak time for your application or the website is 10 a.m. in the morning to 11 a.m. in the morning. And when I say peak time, it means your website is experiencing more traffic in this time interval. So your website is facing a peak traffic at this time interval, and suppose you are placing five servers to handle this traffic. What about the time after peak time? And the traffic goes down after 11 a.m. So now only two servers are enough to handle this traffic. So now what about these three extra servers? They become liability on your investment because since you have invested a lot of money on these servers but you cannot utilize them now because you don't have need them after 11 am. So it's become a bad investment. Hence it is a problem. So all these problems are faced before cloud computing. So what's the solution for this? Now the solution for this is the cloud computing. Go to google.com, type Amazon Web Services, then you will get this home page. Click on the home page. So in the home page of the Amazon Web Services, you can see the various products given by the Amazon Web Services. For say instance, for compute we are having the Amazon EC2, storage S3, Glacier, database, RDS, Aurora, Elastic Cache, etc. Now in this tutorial I will be launching one instance. For that, just go to the sign in into the console. Since I have already created my AWS account, I will be directly using my credentials to log in to my account. so I'll just directly go for a sign in. So once you log in, you are getting a home page. So here you can see your account details, billing, and the support center here. So here are the list of the services provided by the Amazon Web Services. So in that I am selecting for the Elastic Compute Cloud EC2. So now there are 0 running instances, that is I have not hosted any of the instances. Now I will try to launch one of the instances. So here you can select any one of the Amazon machine images as per your requirements. Some are free tier eligible and some are chargeable, so you should be careful while selecting the images as per your requirements. So there are Windows, Ubuntu, Red Hat, then Amazon Linux AMI. For this demo I will be selecting this Linux Amazon machine images, which this default image includes the AWS command line tools, Python, Ruby, Perl and Java, and the repositories include the Docker, PHP, MySQL, PostgreSQL and other packages. Just click on the select, it's a 64-bit. So just to make ensure that you are eligible under the free tier, just leave it default. Here I am selecting the T2.micro, where it provides me the 1 vCPU and 1 GB RAM, and the instance storage is Elastic Block Storage, which we will be discussing in the later tutorial sections. So the number of instances which I am launching is only 1, and these all just leave it as the default. Then add the storage. So here I am adding the only 8 GB storage, which is of general purpose SSD. Then go for tag, then next configure the security group. Here the type is selected as SSH, so that I can log in from any of the machine through SSH. So the IPs are set to 0.0.0.0/0, so it allows all the IP addresses to access our instance. So then next, just we will review our instances, then we'll go to launch instances. Here I will EC2 demo, then download keypair. So your PEM file is downloaded now. Then next go for launch instances. So then I can click for the services EC2. Go for instances. So here your instances is being pending, it is loading. Now we have got that PEM file. Now we have to generate the .ppk file to access our instance from SSH. For that I will go for putty. Just open the putty, then go for putty generation. Load your PEM file. I have given as EC2 demo, EC2 demo.pem. Open it, then save your private key. Same name you can give, EC2 demo, EC2 demo. No, this time it will be EC2 demo.ppk. Just save it, close it, then go for your this one. So your instance is now running. I will name this instance as say EC2 demo. Now your instance is running. To identify your instances globally, we need that public DNS. So I will just copy this one. Now again I will open the putty.exe. Here I will try to connect to my Linux instance using the putty. So the syntax for connecting to any instance via putty is username @public DNS. So username will be EC2-user @public DNS. I will just paste that. Then I will click this SSH authentication. I will load my .ppk file, which is saved as EC2 demo.ppk. Just open it. Just click yes. So here you can see that I have connected to my instance via putty. So I will just check some of the commands. Say I will check the calendar command. Yes, it's working fine. Now I will try to make some directory, mkdir demo, demo. Just check whether it's created or not. ls, yes. Then cd demo. Just log into my directory demo. Yes, it's working fine. Then I check for calendar command again. Okay, time. Yes, it's showing the time also. So this is the your Linux instance which is launched on the AWS infrastructure. Just exit it. Again, to stop your instance, or you can name your instance also. Say I will name it as EC2 demo. Now if you want to stop your instance, just go for actions, instance state, stop, then click as stop. So here you can see the status of your instance, it is stopping. So if you want to terminate your instance permanently, then again you can go for actions, instance state, and here you can click for the terminate. Yes, terminate.